all of us have invested in the bottom-up innovation, let 1,000 flowers bloom strategy, and for the most part, it's not paying off.
Companies have invested somewhere between 30 and 40 billions dollars in AI. And a study out of MIT just found 95% of them got nothing back, nothing, no measurable return, zero. So now the easy story is AI is overhyped, it's a bubble, it doesn't work. But that is not what's happening. The man you just heard advised some of the biggest companies on earth and is telling us that technology is working really well. But the problem is that the company is using it wrong. And here it is why that really matters to you. All 95% are making 3 mistakes, all of them. And what they are doing, the 5% that they are winning, what they are actually doing. They are doing the exact opposite. And I'm going to show you all 3 things. And the one decision that will move you from the 95 to the 5%. And if you run a business, this is going to be really useful for you. And I will show you why this exact matter to you and exactly what to do about it. Subscribe if you're new. Let's go into it. So first of all, why trust in Andrew Ng? Andrew Ng taught machine learning to the world. Stanford, Google Brain, Coursera. But let's forget the resume for now. Here is the relevant part. His firm sits inside of the biggest company on earth. Fortune 50, Fortune 500, looking at their AI strategy really close. So when he's saying that it's not paying off, he's not reading the headline, he's actually hands-on, working with Fortune 500 companies. He is in the room.
So CEOs and boards are asking, where is the ROI for AI? I think we should keep on investing in bottom-up innovation. Let's keep on doing that. But it turns out that bottom-up innovation often results in point solutions that drive incremental efficiency gains, which are actually a good thing, but not the transformation, not the broader transformation that AI has been promising us and that I think we should work to deliver.
Incremental gains. That's the polite way to say that small incremental gain basically doesn't add up nothing to the bottom line. And now almost every company are doing that right now because this is the advice that everyone was given. For 2 years, the advice was the same. Democratize AI. Let everyone experiment. Get every team running little pilots and innovation will bubble up. It sounds right, it feels really modern, and Andrew is observing that this strategy is failing in many of the companies that he's working with.
But it turns out that bottom-up innovation often results in point solutions that drive incremental efficiency gains, which are actually a good thing, but not the transformation, not the broader transformation that AI has been promising us and that I think we should work to deliver.
And here why it's failing. In one line, small pilot here and there can only ever improve the pieces. They can't redesign the whole system. A team automates one report, another one speed up one email flow. Real win, but they are trapped inside processes that nobody changed. You have made a broken system slightly faster. And Andrew is suggesting his solution for this is the opposite of this trend. And is actually saying, keep the bottom-up experiment, it generates ideas, but this transformation only comes from the top down. Someone with the scope to tear up an entire workflow and rebuild it. Not where can AI save 1 hour? The real question is much bigger. And this is the part where get really interesting and is something that we are really working on to solve this problem. And in the next couple of weeks, I will show you and reveal what we are working because we'll make this a transformation for every business that we are advising and that will implement our technology. We are going to share AI native company playbook in our newsletter. So follow us and subscribe to the newsletter to receive the AI native company playbook. So going back to Andrew, the real question is much bigger. He's saying he got a perfect example for it. Andrew works with a lot of banks. So picture a loan, 5 steps to get one approved. Watch where almost everyone is pointing AI, and watch what actually the winner are doing instead.
And think about the process of underwriting a loan. There may be, 5 steps. You got to market a loan product, get the application, review and approve the loan, do the final diligence, and execute the loan, right? So there's the 5 steps of that. Number of teams have noticed that the step in the middle of loan approval, we could use AI to do that. And if we can automate that, then instead of a human spending an hour reviewing the loan application, we could have AI do it with, and that's great. We should absolutely do that. But it turns out that if your entire process for underwriting the loan stays the same, except for automating what was previously 1 hour of human time, that's a small incremental efficiency gain. So what a number of banks have said is, you know what, instead of doing this efficiency gain, which is worthwhile, let's rethink the entire workflow and market a get approved in 10-minute loan product.
And here's the big difference, and this is where I want you to pay attention. Same exact technology, 2 completely different outcomes. The 95% are automating the middle step. They save an hour, the customer still wait a week, a rounding error with a press release. The 5% throw out the whole process and ask, what could this become now? And the loan that used to take a week to get approved is now get approved in 10 minutes. That's not a faster bank. That's a completely different product. A new reason to choose you. So here's the simple test you can run on your own AI list. Are you making an old process a little faster or building something that couldn't exist before? One is efficiency. The other one is transformation. And the whole point of Andrew is exactly that, where the company that are adopting transformation are making the big gains. And mistake-free is where the money actually leaks. Most companies are pointing AI at one thing, cutting costs. That's aiming at the floor.
And I find that many businesses talk about cost savings. That's fine, worth doing. But I try to push for more imaginative things we could do with AI, which is drive growth. Because we can only save so much money, but growth has almost no practical ceiling. So the more exciting ideas I find usually relate to driving business growth rather than saving.
And let's think about what that actually means. Cost cutting has a floor. You can only ever cut to 0. Growth has no ceiling at all. And this is the trick. So when you are pointing your best AI at trimming expenses, you have limited your own upside before even starting. Same tool aim to grow, serve more customers, faster, better, and suddenly there is no limit on what it can return. And Andrew is seeing this in even boring places. Call center, everyone treat as cost to cut, turn into a faster, better service that actually win customer.
Sometimes driving incremental gains is harder than driving transformative gains, because if you tell someone to improve their business results by 2% next year, then it's like, all right, my boss is telling me to work 2% harder or 5% harder or whatever. But if you try to search for ways to drive 20% business growth or 50% business growth, then you can't just get everyone to work 50% harder in the company, and you have to come up with more creative solutions.
And let's read that twice, because this is the most important discussion around AI adoption in business. It's not about cutting costs. is about growth and is the most counterintuitive thing he said. Aiming small is harder. Ask for 2% and people just grind a little bit more. Ask for 50% and grinding is impossible. So they are forced to find a genuine better way. The ambition is exactly what unlocks creativity. So let's stop asking your team to save a few percent here and there, but ask them what AI actually could double our business. And the bigger question is the one that actually get answered. Quick one before the last part. You know the AI shift is moving fast, but you are probably still burning hours manually pulling content together to build newsletter instead of actually building your business. Newsletterly fix that. Go from blank page to fully beautiful design in seconds. Get your time back to build the things that actually matter. Grab the lifetime deal in the description below. Buy it once and own it forever. Let's go back to Andrew, because this part is the bit that actually tell you what to do. So get ready. And if you're new, subscribe. So you stop by asking small pilots here and there, and you aiming at growth. Now the hard part, you can do all of it. And here how the winner are doing.
We've had many businesses literally send us spreadsheets with hundreds of ideas. I'm still thinking, one financial institution sent us a spreadsheet with over 300 ideas and asked us to help them sort out of these 300 ideas, which ones to put real capital to invest behind.
And here is the discipline that the 5% have. 300 idea is not strategy, it's noise. Prototyping now is really cheap, so try a lot fast for almost nothing, but then choose. Narrow down to have a handful of big ideas and big bets. Narrow down to a handful of big bets. The one that if they hit, they actually gonna move the business. And let's put real weight behind those few. No one moonshot, no 300 toys, a small portfolio or serious swings. And that's the decision that the whole video was about. The 95% spread thing, stay safe and get nothing. The 5% prototype wide and then bet narrow and bet big. So here is the full story. 95% of companies are failing at AI. The 5% who win do AI business transformation. And this is the whole discussion of this channel. They stop trying different things and redesign the whole process from scratch, top down. They stop automating steps and build things that couldn't exist before, the 10-minute loan. And they stop aiming to cost saving, which bottom out at zero, and aiming at growth, which has no ceiling, because the bigger goal forces the bigger ideas. Same technology, same budget. The only difference is the question they ask. If you want the written operator version of this, every week we send out our newsletter so you can read it and receive it in newsletter. We will also bring you the AI native company playbook in your newsletter really soon. So stay tuned, like this video and subscribe if you're new, and see you to the next one.